Sitting on our front porch, just an old friend and me. Drink a little coffee, read all the local news, talk a little gossip every now and then. Smell that ham cooking in the kitchen, a brand new sunrise in the sky. Sitting on our front porch, minding all your business. What a way to make the day go by.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And welcome to the front porch on a wet Monday morning. And it's not freezing cold out there either. And it's just all kind of things going on here on the front porch. Let me introduce you to the new co-host of the front porch, my buddy, and hopefully he's going to be around for a long time, the one and only Scott Blake. Good morning there, sir.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
I like that jacket right there.
Thank you. I meant to wear a hat, and I forgot it. I've got to get me a hat because I feel like I'm not dressed like
well,
you.
One thing about the difference between you and Terry Mitchell, we won't get into that. How about that?
That's
You okay?
That's
all
right.
right.
Well, he's got hair. I don't. Yeah.
Reverend Ben Hayes, good morning, buddy.
Good morning, my friends. How are y'all doing today?
Man, we got Scott Blake out here. We got Ryan Fuller running around. We got you on the phone with us this morning, and it's just going to be a good day.
Well, I agree with you there. Even with the rain, I think it's going to be a great day.
You know, I think the rain and not freezing cold is kind of a welcoming sight or welcoming feeling.
I agree. I'm a little tired of being cold.
Yeah, and you know what? I've always been a cold weather person. I used to love cold weather, but Dead Bob, it just eats it. It gets inside me, and it's rough now. I don't know what it is.
You want me to tell you?
No,
I can tell you.
I know it's not an age thing.
It's a three-letter word. Yeah.
Yeah, Scott, you took the word right out of my mouth.
I try not to say that, but you know what? Maybe it is, and you know, I'll just bear with it. We'll just we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it.
Well, see, I'm the same way. I used to say, man, I hate summertime. I can't wait till it cools off, and my wife would always fuss at me because she hates cold weather, and I couldn't believe I said it the other day. But I said the other day, I said, man, I can't wait till it warms up.
Well, you go get your wish this week. It's going to be in the 60s, the 70s. So we just go from one extreme to another. But you know what? I love Alabama.
Oh, I do too. I wasn't born here, but I got here as quick as I could.
There you go.
You growing up in Florida, you kind of grew up in warm weather, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we had some cold spells for a couple of hours in Florida, but nothing like this.
Well, we'll thaw out this week, and we'll deal with it.
I talked to a buddy in Key West last week when it was 28 degrees here for the high, and he was like, "Man, it's cold down here." He grew up here. It's cold. It's 52.
52.
And that's cold down there in Key West.
Darn right it is.
Yeah.
Well, buddy, thank you.
I remember growing up, every once in a while we'd get down to freezing, but wasn't real regularly.
Well, we go warm up this week, and I know you're going to warm us up with a thought for the days this week, and we thank you for taking your time too, buddy.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
We'll turn it over to you right now.
Well, very good. Thank you, sir. I was thinking this morning, I read a devotional book by Paul David Tripp for my morning quiet time, and a few weeks ago he wrote one of his devotions, and it really intrigued me. He said faith isn't natural for us. And he said what is natural is fear and doubt and discouragement, anxiety. He said all those things are natural. Faith isn't natural to us. Now, what happens is God calls on us to believe in him, and we do, and then he empowers us with faith. And I thought about that for a minute. I thought, well, where is that scripturally? And I was immediately taken to a passage in Mark chapter 9 where there's this daddy, and his son has had these seizures all of his life. Sometimes he would throw, the seizures would cause him to fall in the fire. Sometimes they'd cause him to fall into water. He almost drowned. He almost burned to death. And the daddy came to Jesus, and he said, I want you to heal my son. And Jesus said, all things are possible if you only believe. And the daddy made a confession that I think is so genuine, so heartfelt, and it's so relevant. It's a confession that every one of us probably need to make on a regular basis. He cried out, he said, I believe, and then he paused and he said, help my unbelief. And I think that is so profound because we believe, because we've heard the stories just like he had heard the stories. We know that Jesus had the ability to heal. We've seen miracles in our own lives. And we come to that point and we say, God, I believe that you can do this. But then deep down, there's that niggling thought. Can he? Will he? Is he going to? And I think what we've got to do in those moments is we've got to cry out to the Father just like this man did and say, help my unbelief. And the wonderful thing is, God will do that. Jesus did it for the dad. And the Bible tells us that faith is a gift from God. And there are times when, as Paul said in Ephesians chapter 6, that we have to take up the shield of faith. We literally have to, in our minds, pick up that shield of faith and say, I believe, God, help my unbelief. And that's what I want to pray for today, that everyone who's watching will come to that point in their lives where they'll recognize, I do believe. I believe that God is real. I do believe that God has the power. But deep down in my heart, I need to ask him to help to strengthen my faith. And the promise is that he will. So, Father, we pray today that your will would be accomplished in our lives. Father, we do believe. But there are those moments when our belief is not strong, where our faith is not strong. We ask you to help us to grow in that faith, to grow in that strength, to take up that shield, and to walk in the boldness that you give. Father, bless Brother Kenny, bless Brother Scott. Take care of them today and bless their watchers, their viewers, we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. You know what? I've never heard it put like that, but I call myself a believer, but help my unbelieving. Man, that's really what you really need to look at. That's where your faith is right there when you get that taken care of.
Well, I think sometimes faith means admitting to ourselves that we don't really have a lot of faith.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think in that moment, that's when we begin to grow.
Well, I've just you kind of steered me in another direction, and it's a good direction for that we thank you for. My prayer every morning, whoever is doing our thought for the day, my one of my side prayers is be with Reverend Ben Hayes today as he delivers our thought for the day, that it'll touch many lives, especially mine. So I think he's already answering my prayers pretty early this morning.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Well, my friend, be safe today. Again, thank you for taking your time. We look forward to hearing from you early in the morning, Reverend.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
See you, buddy. Reverend Ben Hayes from the First Baptist Church in downtown Davie, Alabama, where they got a lot going on. Anthony Thorne will be with us today from Liberty Gutters and Covers. Also, Destiny Goebel from Integrative Massage will be out here to explain it's more than just a massage. Scott Blake, again, is when we come back after our break here, let Scott kind of tell who he is, what's going on with him, or where he's from, and he'll just tell it like it is. Ryan Fuller's in there. Saw Ryan for a minute Saturday morning at the pancake breakfast.
There you go.
And we'll talk about that when we come back. We got a lot to talk about, so we'll be right back. But right now we got to talk about the rain, because Scott, it's 46 outside right now. Not a cold rain, but it's raining. 54 for a high today, about a 90% chance of rain. It will rain for a while. 35 for a low tonight, not below freezing, which that's pretty nice. Mm-hmm. And then going in the rest of the week, good gracious, 62 and 41 tomorrow, 70 and 46 Wednesday, 71 and 55 Thursday. You got some rain coming in here, about 100% chance of rain on Friday, 68 and 48. And then going into the weekend, looking like a pretty nice weekend as we wrap up the last week of January, starting a brand new month of February. There's your 5-day forecast brought to you by Alex City Marine. They're getting closer and closer to their new location. Maybe we can get Lee and Mr. and Mrs. Sturkey on to talk about that.
That'll be good.
Hey, Lake Martin, Dadeville Area Chamber of Commerce went to the Chamber of Commerce luncheon annual, their banquet last Thursday night. We'll show you some pictures on that. It was packed there at the Mitchell House in Dadeville, Alabama. And good job, Lake Martin, Dadeville Area Chamber of Commerce. Ivy Creek Healthcare is excited to showcase their newest clinic, Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin, located conveniently near the main entrance to Stillwater's on Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin is an urgent care with walk-ins welcome. Whether you need lab work, x-rays, or immediate care, find comfort here at Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin. Ivy Creek, here when you need us most. 256-827-5379.
The new owners of Stillwater's Country Club want to welcome you to play the area's premier course at Stillwater's with our new rate. Now, play for only $35 per 18 during the week and only $40 for the weekend. Stillwater's Golf is ready to give you the area's best golf experience, and many upgrades are coming, including a lighted range and course expansion. Meet the new staff and enjoy $35 per 18 Monday through Friday and $40 on the weekends. All at Stillwater's Country Club in Dadeville.
Jim's Pharmacy at the Lake, located on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, home-owned and operated by Jim Clanton, has an experienced staff that is all about your wellness, offering the convenient packaging to help keep your medicines organized. Jim's Pharmacy also has a great gift selection like pecans, socks, lake t-shirts, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, 9 to 2 on Saturday. Give us a call at 256-373-3449. Floyd's Feed and Seed in downtown Dadeville, family owned and operated. Floyd's Feed and Seed has a great selection of Carhartt for all ages, starting out with the youngest. Now, if you're looking for boots, check out this selection. All shapes and sizes, Montana jewelry and pine straw year-round. More gift selections on both sides of the road. Miss Pay and the family invite you in today for Floyd's Feed and Seed, downtown Dadeville.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you looking at the outside right now. Come on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama. Come on, get out of the rain, step up here on the front porch and join us with Mr. Scott Blakeney, co-host of the Front Porch. Of course, Scott's been on several times on different events, and you're from here. But tell folks.
I've never been called a co-host before. I think that's
Well,
pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Well, we appreciate it. I hope you enjoy it out here.
Yeah, I've been a co-conspirator.
Well, maybe I need to call you that.
Yeah,
Maybe I need to call you
not
that.
a co-host. Yeah. Oh, well, good. Yeah, this is gonna be fun, I think. So, yeah,
You're from here.
I'm from here. I grew up here in Alexander City. My wife Cindy grew up here in Alexander City.
Morning.
Obviously, our 3 children grew up here since we were here. Yeah, but we're empty nesters.
Yeah. How is that? Does it bother y'all? Because some folks it does.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's kind of different for sure. I mean, Weston just left this past year, so he went to Auburn. But when he was going to junior college the past 2 years, he just slept there basically.
Yeah.
We didn't see him much. But now we've got our daughters in Nashville, our oldest son's in Birmingham, and Weston's down in Auburn, and just Cindy, me, and Drake and Rosie. We don't let them come in; they stay outside. Yeah.
So with them being in Auburn, Birmingham, and Nashville, you got something to pretty much going to all the time.
We are never without anything to do.
Yeah.
Well,
Are you busier with them out of the house now?
No, it's just like last week. I had to go to. I drove a vehicle up to Nashville and brought my daughters back, trying to get it worked on, and we, you get a phone call. We need some clothes. I need clothes. I got to go to Atlanta for a seminar, and I'm like, well, okay. So we're gonna. I think he's either coming home or we're meeting him halfway to Auburn today with some dress clothes and. I think Cindy met Michael Friday in Sylacauga because they needed something up there. So parenting never stops, I guess.
No, you're right.
Which I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But we grew up here. Our moms and dads are from here, and so we're all about Alex City.
Your business.
I've been in the mortgage or banking world in the business since 1989.
Golly.
I know I'm getting old. Gosh.
Why'd you go that route?
Because Steve Crow called, and when I graduated from Auburn, December of '88, he called. I
love Steve Crow.
I was at the Sugar Bowl with the Auburn band, and at New Year's Eve and all that down there that year, and I called home, and Daddy said, Crow called, said, you got a job, do you want it? And I was like,
wow.
I'm in. And so
what bank was that to start with?
It was South Trust.
South Trust, okay.
Yep, South Trust Bank. There was back when banking was fun,
Yeah.
Alliant was fun, South Trust was fun, and the world changed in banking. And I guess it's
what
just,
year? When did it really change? Was it in the 2000s?
Yeah, well, no, kind of in the 90s. They started consolidating stuff in the 90s, and then around 2000 when South Trust got bought by Wachovia, and then maybe 2001 or 2, and it was still South Trust at turn of the century because we had the Y2K. Everybody was remember that,
yeah.
So that's been 25 years.
Wow. Golly.
Everybody was flipping out over Y2K.
It didn't.
Is your computer going to die? I had a checklist downtown at the bank there at South Trust on New Year's morning. I had to go in and turn the lights on, turn the computer on, flush the commodes.
Really?
I was like, gravity has not changed. Gravity was still here, and
wow.
Yeah, you had to do all kind of stuff like that, and we all survived.
Yeah. I didn't. It was just another day. But a lot of folks, it was.
Well, in the world like banking and pretty much all corporate world, computers are running everything. And so
big computers.
Yeah, and they didn't have. I know. Yeah, they didn't have. For whatever reason, those computer programmers didn't program for 2000.
Let me ask you about Steve Crow, because Steve Crow and you remind me of each other because you both do a lot of singing. I mean, he's done a lot of singing at different events all his life, and you do the same thing. Is that where your connection came from the?
No, I think our connection was just at church. I mean, his his kids and my sister and me were all the same age. We all went to church together. And Still do, and he and I were on stage yesterday singing. They had the
Really?
men at church yesterday. Yeah,
First Baptist Church.
Yeah, had Baptist Men's Day yesterday. So
I saw that, Randy Dawkins.
Yeah,
Good morning to you, Doc.
Yeah, put that picture out there. Randy, we'll take some pictures now. I thought I liked taking pictures. He and I were competing Saturday at Pancake Day too.
Yeah,
Get these pictures.
we'll show some of those. Some of them, I think I may have stole some of them from Doc, or not. I know I took some because I met Maggie and them up there, and it was just of course, we'll show those pictures a little bit. But it was just such a fun thing.
It was.
And that's just another thing that we talked about your day job.
Yes.
But you do a lot of the weekends.
I do. That was, yeah. But
cooking and.
But back to
Oh,
Steve.
okay, yeah.
Now we're gonna chase down some rabbit holes, aren't we? You know, like squirrel.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
So Steve cooked. You know, he used to cook a lot. He sang a lot. And he was a banker. And I guess we did the trifecta.
Yeah.
We do all that. And he's but he hired me and got me into the banking and mortgage world.
Was there anything else you were looking at, getting into,
I
job-wise?
just wanted a job.
Okay.
I always thought I'd move off.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
I always want to move to Nashville. Now my daughter lives in Nashville.
Why Nashville?
Because it was just fun, the music and all that, and
Well,
I wanted to sing. And
25 years ago, it was.
It was.
I would not. I know your daughter's up there for a different reason. There, working in the TV world, and her husband works for Vanderbilt, the coach there, the track
coach.
Where that was a kind of connection because Dylan Dean, our grandson, went to Sanford on a track scholarship, and that was his
Chad coach there, yeah.
So it was, and then Dylan's to-be wife, was on the track team. They were friends for a few years, and they get married, and now they're out in Alaska.
I know Chad loves Dylan Dean.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good guy. Dylan always talked the world of him, and so small world.
Yeah, it is a small world. Yeah, from Ohio. He came here from Ohio.
Yeah, that's right.
He ran track at Ohio State. So but they're up there. But yeah, Nashville's a totally different town than it was 25 years ago.
I was fortunate to be involved in Nashville, which I loved for several years, working on a TV show up there, doing basically what we do here, but working with RFD TV up there. And Tim Phillips, the late Tim Phillips, was producer. Kenny Jr. helped a lot. And I got to meet a lot of folks that I grew up with. And I was a kid in a candy store for several years, which I had. It's a great memory, and I'm glad I did it. But it was never going to work. And I'll tell you why. The music I grew up on and those artists I grew up with were already older.
Right.
Well, now they're either gone or that country music is gone. And I don't think I could have sat down with the artists today, because not that I don't like to put down any kind of music, but I couldn't honestly sit down with them and talk to them like I really loved it, 'cause I don't think I could.
There are some I don't call it maybe underground type groups, but they're not pop. They're not on they're not on the radio, and they have the old country sound to it. And if you on Sirius Radio on the satellite, you can pick up some every now and then. There's a kid from here, and he's not new country at all, but Cassius Culpepper. He grew up right here, and he's on the highway 56. You hear him. But there are a few groups that still have that little country sound, and my wife loves that new stuff. I was like,
and that's why I don't like the Doctors. I know a lot of folks do.
Yeah.
But
and
I
I'll
just
tell
grew
her,
up
I
on
said, they only sang 4 notes the entire song.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I said, play it back and go, there's a note, there's a note, there's a note, there's a note. I was like,
it's just different.
Turn George Jones on. Tell me notes he sang.
Yeah.
Hank Jr.
Yeah.
2 octaves.
Yeah.
And
Hank was Hank Jr. His mom, Miss Audrey, wanted him to be Hank Sr.
Right.
Well, there wasn't gonna be a Hank Sr.
No.
There won't ever be one.
No.
And boy, when he broke away and started his own thing, it was a lot of controversy.
Oh yeah, there's a
But he's
video.
a very talented young man, like his dad. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Well, the Salvation Army, it's a brand new week. It's a brand new year, and a lot of folks have put off getting in their closets, getting in their drawers, cleaning, getting in their shops, maybe it's furniture. Well, I'm saying all that if you're looking to do some cleaning out and a place to take it, the Salvation Army is the place to take it, and you'll get a receipt for your taxes. Keep that in mind.
I'm Jimmy Goree with Goree's Furniture. We would like to invite you to come shop our huge selection of furniture. But if you don't have time, we have over 2,000 items you can have shipped directly to your home. Go to GoreesFurniture.com, look for 48-hour quick ship. Shop, click, ship, it's just that easy. You can shop us here, or you can shop us online, only at Gorees Furniture.
Your express way to saving.
Tiny Homes by Wind Creek now renting. Sleepy 4, full kitchen, private fishing pond, boat charging station, and pet friendly. Call today, 256-935-9337 or tinyhomesbywindcreek.com. Located in beautiful small town USA, Alexander City, Alabama, on Highway 63 South. Turning into Wind Creek State Park, and there they sit, ready for you to sit on their front porch.
At Russell Medical, we're proud of our exceptional nurses, like Nurse Brandy Worthy. Brandy represents the selfless, compassionate clinical leader patients expect and coworkers admire. Brandy was recently honored with the Nightingale Award for Nursing Excellence for her high standards, sound judgment, and caring manner. Her passion for her profession inspires us all.
Being a nurse is not just what you do, it's who you are. I'm proud to be a part of the nursing team at Russell Medical. We are the link between all hospital services, providing you with exceptional, personalized care.
At Beyond Home Care, we provide in-home care services to individuals needing assistance with activities in their daily lives. We work with each client to provide personalized home care and sitter services. Whether it's assistance with bathing and personal care or an escort to a doctor's appointment, each client receives the individual care they need with the dignity and respect they deserve. Give us a call today at 256-414-6090 or visit us online at beyondhomecareal.com.
Henderson Towing, Alexander City, 24-hour towing, jump starts, door unlocks, local and long distance towing, heavy duty towing. So let's get old Big Hoss to the rescue today. Here's that number. Now keep it handy. Henderson Towing, 256-392-4554, 256-392-4554. Henderson Towing, 24-hour towing, 256-392-4554.
Serving East Central Alabama since 2005, we are Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical of Sylacauga. Coosa Valley Respiratory has medical equipment and supplies, including oxygen-to-home ventilation services. We carry a full line of bracing, power chairs, scooters, and more. And when you trust Coosa Valley Respiratory, you are dealing with local people that care about your well-being. Providing quality home care for our community, Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort William, Sylacauga. Give us a call at 256-245-1411.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of the citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-6736.
Oh, we're back out here. See, I'm having an argument right now with Ryan Fuller in there. See, I don't have a Sharpie, and I just noticed I don't have a Sharpie. I asked Ryan, and he says one in here, but I didn't take it. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Scott Blake with us out here.
Sharpie has legs.
Sharpie has legs, and we got all kind of things to show you. Let's start with the Dable Area Chamber of Commerce, because went there Thursday night, and it was packed over at the Mitchell House. You were there, didn't even know I talked to you. Didn't have anything to drink over there either. But it was just, and I was telling you, most time I can go in something like that, and I can go around and meet and greet. But God, I got cornered back there, and I couldn't
maneuver around. It was
move, which was really
tight.
It was very tight. Now this is in the new and improved Mitchell House. This is the addition that Vivian did. Again, it was a great crowd there, and this is just a few of the folks. It was catered by the Wharf.
That's an early picture right there.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Noel Griggs does a great job catering. There's Miss Vivian Autry, who is very proud to be a part of of course, she's the owner of the Mitchell House. But Vivian, thank you, and everybody that was there. There is our friends Kurt and Lee Fitzner, who got a huge award, very deserving reward. But Kurt and Lee, of course, will be, I guess, selling Pennington Park. They're stepping down from that. So congratulations to them. And there's the new board. Got a new board going in. So I look forward to working and dealing with all these folks right here with the new board. Rhonda Gaskins will be the president. So of course they got to get all sworn in, make it all legal and all that. But we'll start having a lot of those folks out here. But the Dable Area Chamber of Commerce, I sat with Steve Robinson and his wife from the Elliott City Chamber of Commerce, and I told him, and I hope this is something that I hope we can see the Elliott City Chamber of Commerce, the Dable Chamber of Commerce, not merge, but just really work together. And having Rhonda in there, having Steve where he is, I think that can happen.
Well, there was a crossover. I mean, we were there.
You see
there. Dawkins was there. Arise.
Yeah.
I sat at the Arise table.
I got to talk with Tammy, and Tammy's very much involved in the area too. So it's a lot going on in our area, and I guess we can say we're very blessed to have so much going on in our area, more so than you've seen it coming on for a long time.
Right. If you need something to do, you can find it.
Yeah,
there's always something going on.
Let's see. I know. Going to let's go out to Sportplex right now to our stadium out there. The Martin Savarese Stadium. They've got new glass out there, new windows out there. They're cleaning it up, and that stadium looking right there. That's good, a different look there.
That's nice.
Now, did I read this, or am I misunderstanding? Will there be a jumbotron there?
That's coming.
That's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what. Reyes, I talked with him at the pancake breakfast Saturday morning. Senor Reyes will be coming out here a good bit just to let us know what's going on. There's a lot going on in our school system. You know that better than anybody. But he's a doer. He's kind of like Jeff Lynn.
Yes.
I mean, they're the type guys that don't just talk about it. They get it done. And we need that kind of.
Reyes is a great guy.
I've always thought the world of him moving off and getting involved in all those other school systems was the best thing for him. Now it's the best thing for us.
Right.
So we get to reap the benefit of his knowledge.
He's a super nice guy, and I wanted him to stay here, and I'm glad he's back.
Yeah.
But when he went off, I told him my daughter had moved to Huntsville, and she's always had trouble obeying traffic laws.
Oh.
And so she's over in Scottsboro covering something over there, and she gets a speeding ticket, in a construction zone or on the interstate or something over there. And she goes, "Do you know anybody in Scottsboro?" I was like, "A matter of fact, we do. Your old principal is the superintendent in Scottsboro." And so I called him up. I said, "Hey, you know anybody over there that could help us out?" And he says, and I sent him a picture of the ticket. And down at the bottom, the officer that gave Lyndon the speeding ticket, Carlos Reyes, his brother.
No,
Yeah,
no.
his brother, yeah. Yeah, I know it. I was like, "What a you said small world a while ago." And so he called me. He said, "Let me call you back." So he said, "Look, they've already put her in the system. You can't get her out of there. But she comes over here and does driving school on a Saturday morning for 4 hours, whatever. They'll reduce it down. Or whatever."
Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Great. And I was like, so maybe it's all about who you know, where they are. So he was put there for a reason, and maybe just to help Lyndon Blake out of her speeding ticket, you know.
You know, you talk about he said, "Well, there's nothing he can do about it, but if you'll do this."
Yes, right.
You can't be more fair than that. And that's what I like about Reyes.
Yeah.
He's fair.
That's
right. I always say this about Tom Young when he retired from being a judge. I think it's been 6 years ago this month. One of the biggest compliments, and I say this a lot, he was a fair judge.
Has it been 6 years already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we got to bashing that night. It was the most fun I've heard bashing anybody in a long time. Back to Saturday morning, to the pancake breakfast. Of course, meeting Maggie and the children out there, and the pancakes and the sausage. I had some left over, so I had some the next morning for breakfast with pimento cheese.
Right.
You know, kind of like, and crackers, kind of like they do down at Kalijah.
Kalijah. That sounds
good.
Here's
Here's the crew right here. Let's start on the left to right on the back row. And that's Woody and Leland, Stella Kate and Abby and Amelia. And on the front row, you got Lucy. You got Miss Genevieve there with that crazy look on her face. That's Maggie, little girl. Then there's Lucy and Hines. That's the Ward family. And WW. But they were having fun, and it was such a family-oriented event.
Yeah,
and that's what y'all do for those. And I was watching the young people, I guess maybe ambassadors, you know, working the crowd.
Mostly Key Clubbers and Builders Club. Yeah, we had several organizations of kids that needed hours, and we had several come out to that. We served 600 folks.
Wow.
I told everybody, if your pancakes were good, those are the ones that I cooked. If they were not quite as good, that's the ones Phil, Blastingame, and Andrew, and a couple other folks cooked back there. Jay Hare, yeah, they were cooking too. And
I'm going
to
ask you a question I don't think you'll have the answer to. Do you know how many pancakes y'all cooked?
Well, hang on.
No.
We didn't count them, but this was my answer Saturday afternoon when we got back.
I just never have thought about it. Thousands.
Yeah, it was. Let's see here. I told him in a text.
You go by pounds of
I can't remember exactly. We ordered a ton of pancake mix, and we ordered a ton of sausage, and we didn't use it. We always order more, and but we had a ton. I told everybody that I think I flipped 321 pancakes. Phil was 423. Jay was around 311. Andrew 437, and a few others flipped some. You know, and but we did. Randy and I got talking. And if we served 600 folks, and gave them all 300, 3 pancakes apiece, that's 1,800 pancakes right there. So my poking fun and just coming up with numbers was pretty close. But yeah, probably a couple thousand pancakes, a little over, probably 2,500 pancakes.
But that's such a great tradition, and having it there at the cafeteria at Benjamin Russell is such a good fit because that money goes to them. So those Key Clubbers, you know, they're reaping that benefit there, and of course it won't. Where will y'all start doing it when they move over to the new?
Hopefully in the new one, maybe. You never know. I hope that's, but that's a year or so down the road. But we've been using the high school lunchroom for a long time. So we've been going there for a long time.
Remember the old lunchroom at the Elliott City Schools?
Yes. Now, when I was a kid, the Kiwanis Club Pancake Day was at the Bailey Rec Center over there.
Really?
Yeah. You had when. Walk to the left. If you walked up the gyms were over here, you walk up to the left. The pool was behind that area, and the big softball field is right here in front of it. I remember Doc Jordan, Kerry Cox. And
oh, wow.
all those guys.
Wow.
Mr. Crowder.
Yeah,
John Crowder.
Big John Crowder.
Yeah.
I thought the world of Big John. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be out here in just a little bit. I'm talking about Anthony Thorne with Liberty Gutters and Covers, and he's going to tell you all about it. I can just tell you to get in touch with him. If you're needing gutters, he can do a whole lot more than that, and you're going to get to hear him in person in just a little bit. Liberty Gutters and Covers.
At High Point Insurance Group, we're here for all of life's milestones.
Like when you finally step into your dream home.
And when you drive off in that dream car, we've got you covered.
Or when you hit the water with your new boat.
We're by your side.
High Point Insurance Group.
Protecting you through all of life's high points.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
Central Alabama. This is our home. It's where we work, where we play, where we raise our families and grow old. And in the unfortunate event we become sick with cancer, thanks to UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center, this is where we heal also. We have invested in new technologies and expertise so that now we're able to treat all sorts of cancers and you never have to leave Tallapoosa County. UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center. Compassionate, convenient, collaborative cancer care right here at home.
We are a debt relief agency. We help people file Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 under the Bankruptcy Code.
This is Marcia Mason, your local Lake Martin bankruptcy and Social Security disability attorney. Mason Law Firm is located at 217 Madison Street in Alexander City. Call 256-329-1313 to schedule your appointment today. All initial consultations are free and strictly confidential.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Winter is tough, but Dixie Electric Plumbing, Air, and Garage Door makes it easy. For a limited time, you can bundle your newly installed home systems with a number of free upgrades. Why stop at just one? The more you bundle, the more you save. Winter won't wait, and neither should you. Call today to bundle up your home and savings with Dixie. Visit calldixie.com for more details, including our upcoming giveaways. Warm hearts, warm homes, and big savings. That's the Dixie way.
Craving something convenient and delicious? Well, head over to Lake Martin Pizza Company, Highway 63 in Alex City. Lake Martin Pizza on 63 is always serving up mouth-watering pizza made from the freshest ingredients. From classic pepperoni to their signature specials loaded with fresh vegetables and savory meats. There's something for everyone in the whole family. The cozy, heated outdoor dining area is the perfect spot to enjoy a meal together and enjoy live entertainment. Or grab yours to go. Lake Martin Pizza Company on Highway 63, where great food and great times are always just a slice away.
Back out here on the front porch on a wet Monday morning with Mr. Scott Blake, the new co-host. I guess we can say. I don't know anything else.
You know, but you mentioned
co-conspiracy.
the rain didn't bother us.
No.
Yeah, it didn't mess our hair
Got
up
my
at all.
Eagles cap on. Philadelphia Eagles. There's Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs will be playing in the Super Bowl 59, I believe it is.
Oh yeah, because I'm as old as the Super Bowl. When the
Really?
Super Bowl, I'll be 59 in 3 weeks.
I'll be
so
darned.
yeah, so me and the Super Bowl the same age.
That's how you can keep up with
That's
it.
right. I can tell you how many years it's been.
But it was I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan because of Jalen Hurts. Of course, played at Alabama. He had a great game yesterday. Saquon
Barkley.
Number 26, just a heck of a ball player. And, of course, Dante Smith from Alabama. But it's just, I don't know. And my wife, Ellen, ordered me a new Philadelphia cap yesterday.
Oh, wow.
You got to have the cap.
Got to have it.
I don't ever see you wear a cap much.
Oh, I wear one when I'm outside, obviously, because I don't want to get burned up. But, I wear them a lot on the weekends and whatnot.
Okay. I guess
I wore one all day Friday, and Cindy, I had my vest on like this Friday, put my cap on, and she goes, "You look like some of them new country singers." I was like, "Hey, okay." She likes all these new little country singers for some reason.
Well, I mean, that's it's different. It's different these days. You know, there's growing up with Conway and Porter and Hank Williams, all those the suits they wore. That was the way they did when they hit that stage. They were somebody.
They were decked out in
in
Porter,
the nudie suits.
Nudie suits. That's right, nudie suits.
Yeah.
I always wondered how do you spell that?
It was a guy.
I know.
I mean, he was a designer.
Yep.
But it was but so today the jeans, the holes in them. It's just.
I got a pair of those jeans with holes in them.
Really?
But I didn't buy them that way. I've had them 20 years, probably 15 years, and you just finally wear them out.
Hey, Mellow Valley's got a bingo night Saturday, February the 8th. They're already gearing up. Rita Wheeler sent me this, and I mentioned this to Scott. If you got announcements, and them, all of a sudden they are pouring in here. February, especially with Valentine's, it's going to be a busy month. So if you got things that you're wanting to get announced, we'll be glad to put them in the pile here. Best thing to do is Kenny Dean, ac@gmail.com, and that way I can print them out in there.
There you go.
You got a printer at your office?
I do.
Okay. Well, they come in handy.
They do.
Do you fax anymore?
No. I can't. I have to get their directions out because it's through the computer. It's not like a fax. You dial it on there. You got to, the old fax paper. People don't do that anymore.
Valentine's Day's even at Cloud 9. And congratulations, well, I'd say congratulations. Happy anniversary to Josh and Amanda Sullivan today, celebrating 6 years. She's a new owner. Well, I say new owner. She's been there a year this month at Cloud 9. Come in to Cloud 9 and fill out your wish list for Valentine's Day before February the 10th. And there's going to be a drawing. So you're going to get, there's a possibility you're going to get something back. So go there and get that done. To be in business these days, it's a tough thing to get into. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Oh, it's tough. Startup businesses are hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, it's just things cost more and it's tough.
I've been there. I've done that. I was not a good business person, number one. So but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it to check that off the things not to do anymore.
We all have our own talents.
Well, I mean, and I think, you whatever talent you got, whatever the man sent you, use that. And sometimes it takes you a long time to realize that's what you were put here to do.
That's right.
I was 45, I guess, something like that when I first started doing the show. This year, October the 5th, will be 30 years that the front porch started.
Wow.
It started on Hurricane Opal hit that day. That's the only reason
You're right. I remember that. My son was a week old when that thing hit.
Really?
So he'll be 30 years old in in September. Yeah.
So bad things like that kind of help you with or dates rather.
Remember dates. Yeah.
Are you good at remembering dates?
Not really.
Or years?
I'm good with my anniversary and of course Cindy's birthday and the kids' birthdays.
You're on top of it.
Yeah, I got the important ones, you know.
Well, you got those, man. That's all you need.
That's right.
Growing up here and living here, going to Auburn and being an Auburn fan, being and singing the national anthem, that's got to be something you're using your God-given talent, and you do that a lot.
I do it a lot. I enjoy it. I've got about 4 or 5 baseball games this year at Auburn to sing at, so it'll be a fun spring down there.
You got any basketball?
I've got the Alabama game on March the 8th.
Wow.
Yeah, March 8th.
Have you ever done the Alabama-Auburn basketball game?
Past couple of years.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Who lines that up? Who asked you to do that? Or how'd you get to?
Well, it's through the athletic department. They have these interns. They have a different person pretty much every year. They have interns that they have auditions. I'm not auditioned in several years, but it used to go down every year, like on a Sunday afternoon, and you go in the gym and they set you out there at center court.
Really?
It's like you're at the American Idol. There's 3 judges right over there, and they tell you look at the flag and sing, and
really
you're in front of a microphone and
does that intimidate you?
Yeah, I think I was more nervous with those 3 judges than I was when there was 10,000 people in there. But because you're the only noise in there, and you go. And you could hear that on the microphone, and so it's a lot of fun. But so I've been doing it now several years. It's a lot of fun. So now they send you an email and go here are the games, and I pick out a couple of games.
Really?
Yeah.
So you get to do your own picking?
I have past a couple of 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So I hope I'll continue to do that. You know.
Well, doing that and then doing the Christmas event y'all have done the last 3 years?
We've done it 4 now. Yeah.
Okay, 4 years.
Yeah.
That's something you enjoy doing, and that's something that's grown. And I know you talk about some have asked to do it more. You know, sometimes more is not so.
That's right.
Sometimes it's not so good. Stick with
what's working.
Yeah. That's something that has grown. You do it in Sylacauga, Wetumpka, and here.
Right.
Have y'all looked at adding another town?
Not yet.
Okay.
We talked about Not
Where else
yet.
would you do it?
I don't know. We thought about something on the Dayville side of the lake. You know, because those folks
you're
turn out
right.
down there.
You're right. Dayville would be a great area. Just trying to think where would be a good place to do it in Dayville.
There's not an auditorium or anything down that way.
I just.
So it makes it difficult.
You can do it in the streets of Dayville,
That's
downtown.
Right. That's right.
Dayville.
Then you flirt with the weather.
Yeah.
We'd like to be inside where it's dry and 70 degrees.
Well, sometimes we can't always get what we want.
I know it.
Hey, looking at Alex City Arts, Women and Children First, a comedy by Rex Havens. That's coming up February the 13th. Alex City Arts, you're part of that.
I have to be on that board also.
Wow.
Yes. We're gonna have that performance out at the Mill 280.
Okay, yeah, because it's open back up.
It's open back up. Yeah.
You know, volunteering out there with Dr. Edwards at the Benjamin Russell Advanced Care Center, and I've just really noticed it recently, going down 280, that whole building right there and parking lot's just beautiful, but then you got Mill 280, and it's color coordinated.
That's
it
right.
blends right in with it, and the colors really, it's very, very attractive.
It is.
It is.
We're going. The last 2 performances of the arts season is going to be at Mill 280 this year, February and March.
It is open back up for business. We'll be right back. Good morning to everybody over at Coons Corner Deli, enjoying breakfast this morning and conversation. Breakfast from 4:30 to 10, lunch from 10:30 to 1. Today, chicken tetrazzini, steamed veggies, baby roasted potatoes, black-eyed peas, fried okra, and some kind of cobbler at Coon's Corner Deli today.
For over 80 years, the staff members of Radney and Langley Funeral Home have been friends in time of need, and we are dedicated to honoring, sharing, and preserving the amazing and inspirational stories of life.
You've got a friend.
And Obituary is brought to you by friends at Radney Funeral Home and Langley Funeral Home. Funeral search for Mr. Don Clark, 69 in Notasulga, were held this past weekend. And Langley Funeral Home was in charge of that service. To the Clark family and to other families that have lost loved ones, my heart goes out to each and every one of you. To the men and women that are fighting for our freedom, God bless you. God bless the USA, and we'll be right back.
Experience the freedom of mobility with Arise, our safe and clean public transportation serving all of Tallapoosa County. Keep your independence and leave the driving to us. Our handicapped accessible vehicles provide affordable fares based on age and distance. A mobile community is a thriving community. Wherever you need to go, we'll take you there. Call 256-329-8444 to schedule your trip today. Arise, your ride to a better life.
The Sure Shot Outdoors is located on Highway 280 in Alexander City across from Chick-fil-A. Sporting goods store that always has a great selection of footwear, men's and ladies apparel, cookware for camping and home, firearms and shells year-round. Also, online store with financing is available. Owner Scott Watson invites you to come by today to see what the Sure Shot Outdoors has to offer you. Again, the Sure Shot, Highway 280, Alexander City.
With boat season ending, now's the time to let the good guys at Alex City Marine handle all your year-end repairs and needs. Let Alex City Marine help you with storage or shrink wraps to protect your boat from the harsh winter months. And now, set your appointments for full winterization. If it's time to repower, get your best deals of the year on our full line of Suzuki outboards that come with the industry's best warranty. Alex City Marine, the pros the locals know, and they've got you covered. See great deals on used inventory and shop for next year's Landau pontoons at the best price. All on Cherokee Road in Alex City at Alex City Marine.
Caring Transitions of Lake Martin, located in the old DHR building in downtown Dable. Owner Brandy Weaver wants you to experience the Caring Transitions difference, providing local and national relocation, packing and resettling, downsizing and decluttering, liquidation, online estate auctions, traditional estate sales. Call Caring Transitions of Lake Martin today, 334-703-5050.
Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor on Highway 280 is ready for the new year, and there's never been a better time to save. With no payments till March on many Mahindra tractors. Inventory is great, and you can save big on remaining 24 models with 0% financing up to 84 months with approved credit. And you'll see the New Year's best deals on Spartan mowers, still with 0% terms. Get the New Year's best prices and terms now at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
Grace's Flowers on Hillaby Street has been a staple here for decades, taking care of our community families from prom time, wedding days, picking up a friend on a bad day, happy times and sad times. Grace's is involved in our community with more than just beautiful flower arrangements, but also the love they put in them. Keep this number handy, 256-234-4238 for Grace's Flowers in Alexander City. Call 256-234-4238.
Anthony Thorne just sat down, and I heard him mention this right here. Say where he lived, where he grew up, he could walk right through the woods to the pond of Tuckabashie, and it takes me back to my Tuckabashie days in the Boy Scouts, and it goes like this. They hadn't done this in a long time. Tuckabashie, Tuckabashie, little bitty Bobo Squatnotney, Tuckabashie, Tuckabashie,
I'm an Eagle Scout from the Russell Scout Troop, and I went to Tuckabashie like, I don't know how many summers, 6, 7, 8, I don't know how many years I went down there. I ain't never heard that.
Really? Maybe I was at the wrong, maybe I was at the crazy camp. Maybe one Boy Scout.
I've never heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe I made that up. I make a lot of things up in my life, and they stay with me, and all of a sudden I think I really did that. Maybe that didn't really happen, but I think I need some confirmation on that.
The only time I ever heard was when we were getting in trouble.
What? Yeah. That's right. So if you're a Boy Scout or you had a child and you know anything about that, if I could get somebody, Mr. Lawrence Allen, you watching this morning, Mr. Lawrence is 98 years old, and he was very much involved in the Scouts. Were you a Scout? Anthony Thorne, by the way, Liberty Gutters and Covers. We're going to get to that, but were you a Scout?
I was not. My dad was, but we lived so close to the Boy Scout camp that I could actually walk through my backyard in a wooded trail and go back there and go fishing and swimming and all that kind of stuff. So.
Now tell me if I'm wrong on this too, Scott. You already corrected me one time.
Okay.
We had cabins. You went into cabins. You slept in a cabin.
No, they were little wood platforms that had a tent over it. That's what we slept on. You know, you'd step up in a platform and you could have a back flap and a front flap. These big army green tents. Now they had cabins. They had the mess hall and all that. They had that down there. Yeah. If they had cabins, we never stayed in them.
Okay.
They had bathhouses at each campsite. And we'd go and shower and all that.
So you were an Eagle.
I'm an Eagle.
Congratulations.
I went through the Order of the Arrow down there. Well, they got some big snakes in that pond.
They do. I saw
Really?
the first water moccasin poke his little head out.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
You can have that fishing.
Over there on that spillway. Remember the spillway?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the water's just running over about that deep, and we're out there getting our reptile merit badge one summer, and we had to go snake hunting. We had a little snake stick with the ropes, and we had caught, like a little king snake, whatever. And there was a huge moccasin over there on that spillway, and the counselor, we were over there like, we found one, and he was like, no, you can't have that one. No, I'm not. I knew what it was, and we're like, no, stay away from that.
Somebody else would have got their medic badge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Have you ever found a snake in a gutter?
I'm not a fan, and I don't think many people are, which is why I put the covers on it.
Okay. Anthony Thorne with Liberty Gutters and Covers. I think, we've known gutters all of our life.
Yes, sir.
But the covers, that's a different ball game now.
It is.
Is that kind of what more folks are going to? Is that what you like? Is that what you suggest?
I would. Essentially, well, first of all, thank you for letting me be on, and I want to let
Thank
you know
you.
that we are all keeping your wife in our prayers.
Thank you. We appreciate
for
that.
a speedy recovery.
We appreciate it. In fact, she goes tomorrow. Let me tell you something. Ellen Dean's got stage 3 rectal cancer. She's already had 1 chemo. It was not good at all, January 6th. And then every other week she does it. But last week with the weather, they had to do some changing. It was the best thing to skip another week. Sure. She's gotten built up. She's strong. She made a peach cobbler last night, and it was absolutely delicious. So we go back in tomorrow. So thank you.
Yes,
But I do want to keep you updated on Miss Dean. But she's getting stronger. So we'll see how this one goes. So covers.
Yes, sir.
That's a pretty. That's not just regular metal, is it? Or is it?
Now, this is not a cover. This is a downspout. This is two different size downspouts here. This is the cover here.
This is the cover right here. So this goes on. Looks like it's pretty simple to install.
It's fairly simple. We actually will screw it down in the front. We don't have one of those plastic ones on there, that'll melt and blow off or warp up. This one is designed to not only be sturdy, but keep the finer particles out, like your shingle grit, your pine needles and things like that, but also to have it reinforced so it doesn't dilapidate in and stuff getting trapped on top so much.
I would think this time of the year, with most of the leaves are gone. We got water oaks around our house. They,
Right.
you know, they go about 2 days without dropping any leaves out of the year. But they can be terrible, absolutely terrible. But with covers, takes care of that.
It does. Essentially what it's done is what I tell people is when it comes to gutters, all it is outdoor plumbing. It's moving water and waste away from your home. So if you think about your toilet in the house, if it gets clogged up, that water, that water is not going to where it should. So you can have a lot of stuff in your house you don't want. Same thing with this. You're going to have a lot of backup into your house that you don't want. A gutter is only as good as long as it's free flowing. So if you have something in there that's blocking that up or keeping it from getting into that downspout of the water, then essentially what you're doing is you're causing that water is going to go somewhere, and essentially it's going to go over the back into your house and over the front, causing damage to your foundation.
All right, so when, and hopefully your phone will ring after you being on day. If somebody is looking to have gutters and covers put on,
Yes, sir.
do you come out first to their house and you give them an estimate?
I will.
How's that work?
So when I first come out, we'll kind of see what their needs are and things like that. If they do have current gutters, if they're big enough and in decent shape, usually we can revamp those gutters and get them to working properly. So
To install this?
we can, or we can actually get, if they want to just keep it open, if they don't have any trees, they got a metal roof or something like that, if they just want to keep it open, then we can get in there, clean out any debris that's in there, get up in there. A lot of times, a lot of people don't know, but this is the most important part of the gutter. This is your hidden hangers. It supports the structural integrity of the gutter. This is also what holds that gutter flush up against that fascia and keeps it aligned and pitched properly so that your downspouts always your low point, because that's where the water is going to go to.
Right.
So your gutters may not be draining properly because maybe if it's pitched correctly, the stuff has gotten clogged up at the downspout, but also because over time, especially with some of these flimsier ones, it'll actually start to sag and the water is not going to the downspout appropriately. So what we'll do, we'll come in there and get that realigned and everything, seal it up so that it's working right again.
We all ride around and look and see what's going on in the neighborhood or around town. When you ride around, you're gutter looking, aren't you?
I am.
I mean, you can spot a home that needs replacing.
Sure.
Do you ever stop and just say, hey, I'm Anthony Thorne, Liberty Gutters and Covers.
I've done that a lot.
Okay, yeah, but you're legit. I mean, you're from here. You do business all around our area.
That's correct.
But I've never thought about that. But you're looking for something different than me and Scott may be looking for when we ride around.
Right.
That's right.
You're looking for the good-looking women. Well, no,
I'm looking for a for sale sign.
Yeah, right.
Where I can finance the house.
We're all looking for something different, but you're exactly right. I'm looking for somebody to stop and holler at and talk to, and but you're looking for somebody to get into banking business with, and you're looking for what in your business. And I've not thought about, we all got something different to look at.
So this is what I tell people. I say it's always nice to come home to a smiling face, but if your gutters are smiling at you, that's not a good thing.
No, that's a good way to. That's a good way to.
You need to do something then. Yes.
Is it pretty easy for you to spot, or do you run into that often?
If a gutter is pitched appropriately, then a lot of times that's hard to see with a naked eye. Now, some of it's falling off the house, you can
Oh,
see
yeah,
that.
yeah.
A lot of these, like the difference between these two, this is a 6-inch gutter and this is a 5-inch gutter. And this you can see it's taller, it's deeper, and
Well, it
it's
sure
wider.
is.
This is going to capture about 50% more water than this one will. This is I just got this last night at Home Depot just so I could show the people out there the difference in the sizes.
Wow.
But this is something that, is flimsy. It's about the same thickness as an aluminum Coke can. In our region is very rainy down here.
Sure.
So we get downpours, we call the frog stranglers or whatever, gully washers. We need something that's going to handle that water, or you might as well not have gutters at all.
Yeah.
So we put on the 6-inch gutter instead of this little flimsy 5-inch gutter. This is something that, a do-it-yourself or maybe like a a handyman might put this up, but he doesn't have a machine. This is a completely seamless gutter. So that way you don't have places where it's banded together and it starts to sag when that water weight gets on there. When it starts to sag, that's why you see that gutter will bend forward, things like that. And that water weight's putting pressure on the house and causing damage to the house. And eventually when it starts to spill over the front, or if you don't have gutters at all, it can cause foundation problems.
Do you, with new housing going up, is that something you're involved in a lot, putting your gutters on there?
I can. I've done several houses for contractors. People that's been here for years. A lot of people don't know that they need gutters, or their contractor tells them, hey, you don't need gutters. But if you watch TV enough, you'll see all the commercials for like Alabama Foundation Service, Old Sham, Ramjack, Blue Ox Foundations, all that, because we don't have any type of code in Alabama that says you have to have gutters when your house is built.
Really?
They say, oh no, you don't need those gutters. Well, they find out several $1,000s later whenever their foundation is cracked, or if they're on conventional foundation, the crawl space, it starts to lean. You know, a lot of that's caused by water flooded basements and things like that.
When we have the hailstorms like we've had before, and we'll talk more about the hailstorms when we come back. Let's talk about Forbes Auto Sales. They're located on Highway 280 in Kellyton. They've been out there for a long time. And I think about them this week. Especially with the rain, the warmer days, where we were with the colder days, and how they deal with the weather. I mean, you know, when it comes to tires, you got to have some good tires on your vehicle, and they have those. Well, they may not have them in stock, which is a good thing. But that way, when they order them for you, they can save you money, because they're coming in, they're going on your vehicle, and out the door. It's simple. Forbes Auto Sales, Highway 280, Kellyton.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns, and offer all the small engine accessories you need, with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best-kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs, or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio, or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state, and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Come back in here with us. I was just looking at the temperature, 50 degrees, a little drizzle going on out there. So if your gutters are getting drizzled on this morning, maybe they're going to be in a bad trouble before the day's over with. We don't have any hail coming in here or anything like that. What we're talking about, we've had some hailstorms over the years that were terrible. Did a lot of damage to roofs, shingles. Did that affect you when that happened?
Not as much as a roof,
Okay,
and not
okay.
as much as sometimes siding.
Yeah.
Now, if you get a big enough hail, I guess ball or whatever you call
Yeah.
it, it'll put a dent in it or something like that. But it's not, unless it's really big, it's not going to affect the real function of the gutter. I would say it may make it aesthetically not pleasing, but it'll still work.
How about do you run into a lot of folks that limbs have hit, trees have hit, where you've had to replace them?
Yes, sir. That'll happen a lot.
Oh, okay, okay.
This will add value to your home, so a lot of times insurance will pay for this if it's bad enough. But you have to ask your insurance company about that.
Okay. So for you to come out and give an estimate,
yes, sir.
Do you do that by the square foot? Is that how you look at it? How do you do that?
So I guess really what I have to do is see, do you have gutters? And are they able to be fixed, or do they need to be replaced, things like that. But essentially what it goes by is linear footage. So you could have a 1,500 square foot house, but it may be really long, or have an upstairs or something like that, you know, that needs the gutters there. So you really can't judge it as much by square footage as what you are by linear footage, because that's what the actual gutter takes up, is that linear footage where that house is sloped. Now another factor that you'll have into it is, I don't know if you know, or you know, a lot of people don't know, a hip style roof will require more gutters than one that has a lot of gable ends, you know, things like that, because the whole roof is sloping towards, you know, the ground. Essentially what you don't want is, you don't want that water, like a waterfall, coming off and pounding on that ground and then causing your foundation to crack.
You know, one thing I'm thinking about churches, I've never thought about the churches have, most churches have gutters. I hadn't even thought about it. I guess I've never even looked. See, I look at a house and a church and they're different.
Right.
Because of you.
I noticed it on a church here in town, and I won't say which one it is, but that they need some gutter work.
Really? Will you go to them and say, hey, you know,
I've tried, but you have to get to the right person.
Okay. But if it's an issue with them, you know, I would think they would want to take care of it.
I would too. They just may not know who to call yet.
Okay. Call the man, Anthony Thorne, Liberty Gutters and Covers.
Yes, sir.
It's just, when we talk about gutters, and what you go by, Liberty Gutters and Covers, that's really the kicker to me.
Yes, sir.
Is a cover with that.
I want people to know that, they can get this covered, and then they don't have to climb up on a ladder and injure themselves falling off the ladder. Break your hip, something like that, your lifespan is not as long.
I'm gonna hang my head over here because I climb up on the ladder and I reach over in mine and I pull out all the trash.
Yeah. You may be surprised what you pull out sometimes.
I do it. Yeah. Though a lot of times I get up on the roof and sit there and reach over where I can see what's in there.
Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Fixing to be 59-year-old. You don't need to be on that ladder anymore.
I know it.
I mean, I've known guys that have fallen just like you're talking about, and it's an injury a lot of time for life, and you don't need that. Is it a younger person's game to get on ladders? Yeah. They're most time they're a little more agile.
They can be, but you can trip at any age.
Oh, yeah.
If you get on uneven terrain with a ladder that's supposed to be on flat surface.
Yeah.
All it takes is falling once.
So covers on gutters have not been around forever. I mean,
they've been around a long time, but it's been engineered a lot more.
Yeah, because growing up, I never saw covers on gutters. They had gutters, and
a lot of the older ones are these 5-inch gutters.
Yeah.
They have the spikes and ferrules going through it and things like that. And if it's kind of outdated, then it's probably time to change.
I've had to get up on the ladder at my mom and dad's house because when Daddy he'd gotten too old. Oh, you get over there. It's the downspout's messed up. We're gonna have to go over and fix it for him, And
right.
I would not do near the job you guys are doing. I guarantee you. But
yes, sir.
What made you get into this business?
Well, to be honest with you, I answered an ad for a bigger company, and they taught me how to design and figure out how to, what needs to go where. But, with corporate stuff, it gets to be a little
corporate.
Yeah. Just to be nice on that, but. And they wanted you to take out, give your firstborn an arm and a leg for things a lot of times.
Yeah.
And I didn't want you to do that. I don't want to be the beer money guy.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be the one where you had to get a second mortgage on your house to do this. I want to put a quality product up that I know that will look good, that'll last you a long time, and so that whenever 2 or 3 years down the road, if something happens, then we can be there for you. If a limb falls on it or whatever it is, or if it's something that we did. But we want to make sure that when we come out, we give quality product, quality installation with quality service, good service after the sale.
Anthony, they'll have somebody to call.
Absolutely.
They'll have you, somebody that answers the phone, somebody that will get back in touch with them.
Yes, sir.
Guarantees. Do you have or does a guarantee come with it? Or
yes, sir. So your cover right here, it actually comes with a 50-year warranty.
Wow.
This stainless steel sits on here. The gutter itself has a 20-year warranty. And I'm glad you asked this because I was talking to my install manager about this last night. But essentially, whenever you put this on it, this protects it as much and actually reinforces it more. So pretty much it's going to be 50-year on both.
And that's going to sit down on top of that, correct?
It will.
Okay.
This doesn't go up underneath your shingle, so you don't have to worry about it voiding your roof warranty or anything like that. It sits on there. It keeps the leaves from going in. And then you don't have to get up there. I had a friend in his 30s who got up there and fell off a ladder painting. Now, him being younger, he recovered, but he was out of work for a year. The whole 9 yards, and he has to live with that pain the rest of his life.
Financing.
But to touch on one other thing real quick on the warranties, as far as the workmanship goes, we put a 5-year workmanship warranty on it per se, which is most give you like a 6 month to a year if they're still in business. They don't take off with your money to begin with. But yeah, we're going to put a 5-year warranty on it. But if something we did, we'll always come back and take care of it, if it's something that we did that failed.
Home owned, home operated, go get in touch with, just go to Liberty Gutters.
Yes, sir. And we do provide financing.
Okay, good deal. Thank you for coming out here.
Yes, sir.
Great job talking about, we got in the gutters this morning. I'm going to leave it at that.
Kenny stays his mind in the gutter, and you just reinforce it.
Right. We got a young lady coming out here next to get you all straightened out. We'll be right back. Oh my goodness! I was looking at Doc's Cafe menu yesterday, and how it's changed, but the days have changed, and Cat's adding to it now. Now today, hamburger steak or half barbecue chicken, or hamburgers. I'm sorry, hamburgers or half barbecue chicken. Potato wedges, fried squash, baked beans, green peas, your soup of the day, chicken and dumplings. Tell them you heard us talking about them in a kind way on the front porch, and they're going to give you 10% off.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offers something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com, today.
Hello, this is Scotty Gordon at Cornerstone Insurance. Are you tired of paying too much for your home and auto insurance? If so, give us the opportunity to help you. At Cornerstone, we have 3 goals for all of our clients: asset protection, affordable pricing, and superior customer service. Come by and give us a call today to see what we can save you. 153 Alabama Street, 256-409-2299.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
The Morris Haynes Law Firm focuses on representing those who have been injured or mistreated by the wrongful acts of others. We have offices in Ellick City and Birmingham, but we have been calling Ellick City home for over 30 years. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, give us a call at Morris Haynes, 256-329-2000. We would be honored to help you.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Integrative Massage of Alexander City is located at 119 Madison Street behind the old Chamber of Commerce. Destiny Goble is the owner, says come on out for outcome-based treatment plans, pain relief, focused areas, relaxation, cupping therapy, hot stones. Remember, rewind, reset, recover. Make an appointment today at Integrative Massage of Alexander City, 256-252-7644. let's talk about the weather right now. 47 degrees right now. Rain kind of in and out. 54 for a high today. About 100% chance of rain. Then the rain's going to move out. We're going to be a little cloudy tonight, but 35, not below freezing. Then going into the rest of the week, 62 and 41 tomorrow, 70 Wednesday, 71 Thursday, mid-40s on Wednesday, mid-50s on Thursday, rain back in here on Friday, 68 and 48. Looks like the weekend may be pretty nice. First weekend of February, Saturday especially, 71 and 44. Wow. There's your 5-day forecast brought to you by Top Gun Pest Control, Highway 280, Alex City. Okay, got that out of the way.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
I mean, if he puts that much enthusiasm into my ads, I'll be
Okay, you're gonna mess with me out here.
Yeah.
Let's show this right here, Ryan. This is where we're gonna start off. I'm gonna let you explain this, Destin, if you don't mind, because these. Tell me what you're looking at right here.
So that is the bestest girl in the whole entire world. That is Hazel.
That's Hazel. I love Hazel.
Yes.
Hazel seems to be happy.
She is very happy. She was happy after I moved out of her spot. Yeah, so she's our Berkshire sow that we have on our property. We have a pasture pig operation, and she's our main sow.
I didn't know that. You were just talking about your husband who works in the chicken business. That he goes all over the world.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that, when we talk about poultry business, especially in this area, we have a lot of chicken houses.
Yeah,
but,
big business.
He actually takes care of the egg part. So he builds incubators and hatchers for big corporations like Tyson, Cock Foods, Wayne Farm.
Wow.
And so it's what brings the chicken to the farm.
I'm just kind of blown away, and I tell you, I know Shane Harris, our county extension agent, we've been talking about this lately, and I'd love to have people out here just sit down and find out. I mean, that's a huge business for the state of Alabama and the United States. You know this better than anybody.
Yeah, for Alabama especially, and it's a lot of people don't know exactly how big the chicken industry is, and my husband's job is international, so he's been all over the world, and so everybody around the world wants to eat chicken, and the incubators that he builds hatch about 200 to 250,000 birds at a time.
I am blown. Excuse me while I'm blown away.
And then my youngest son is getting a poultry science degree at Auburn right now.
Wow.
Yeah, and they have a really neat facility. I know my husband had went there to talk to them because they were upgrading their machines. So.
They've got state of the art. They built that facility's only like 4 or 5 years old. The whole thing down there is brand new.
But have you traveled with him?
We used to travel with him a good bit while I was still doing horses, and before my son was born, we would go all over the country with him because most of the time his jobs range from a couple weeks to a couple months, depending on if they're new builds or not. So we've got to see a lot of cool places.
I am enjoying the heck out of learning about you. Now, going all over the United States, other areas, seeing what happens and how life goes on in other areas, did it make you? Is that where you come up with integrated massage to go into, or is this just something you saw a need for?
I think it was more to have some sort of a self-explanation why I don't have an exact method and why I don't look at the body in such a linear way. Because everything is connected from what we eat, the things we put in our body. If you're eating a bunch of junk food, soda, and then you go to the doctor, oh, my body hurts, So there's a lot of different approaches to health, and when I named it integrative massage, I wanted it to be a totality of all the different ways that we can help our bodies and be healthy.
You've been on the show before. You and I've talked about this many times, and this is not just where you lay down and get a massage, and that's something you're really trying to get over to people. Now, you're talking about, I made a copy of this because a local business pop-up chair massage program debuting a brand new service. Is that something we can talk about?
Yeah, that's actually what I have on my list here so I can keep my train of thought. We've recently started a local pop-up chair massage program as a way to give back to some of our local businesses that have really worked hard with us and for us. That give back to the community. These are some businesses that we've noticed. They have underdogs that work within the practice, like our dental office. They have a lot of hygienists that are in probably chronic pain most of their day.
Just because of
the position, having to hold tools all day. So we've tried to look at different businesses that could benefit from our visits. We went to Chapman's Healthcare. That was very well received. We're getting ready to go to Prime Fitness for the senior class that they have over there. She's big on trying to help with balance, strength. There's some postural, positional things that I think that we can help with them to help them to not.
I'm with you.
Yeah, to not get discouraged and to keep going and to keep working on that strength training that they've got going on. So it's just a way to give back. But one thing that we are having a hard time with is getting our community to let us know what businesses really mean the most to them. People will take to social media and to the internet to rip a business down, but it is so hard to get people to talk kindly about the businesses that we have. And there's a lot of businesses that are doing a lot of good. We had several businesses that helped us with our Giving Tree project that we had in the Christmas.
Right.
We had several sponsors that got, families presents and whatnot for Christmas. And these are the kind of businesses that we want to hear about and that we want to give thanks to.
I want to go back to two. You talked about dental and you talked about Chapman. I want to go to Chapman right now, and I'm just using them because they're a nursing home, assisted living. But so, who are you looking for there? What kind of pain would those men and women be coming up with?
They live a largely sedentary life, so a lot of times it's lack of circulation. One lady in particular that I'm thinking about that the therapist really kind of took notice to was she was on a walker, and so prolonged walker use. So you have where you're really pushing down a lot of weight on your hands, and so her hands, the bones in her arms were actually starting to mold to her walker, and so her wrists, she was having really advanced wrist pain.
So you're talking about the patient, not the worker.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are working up some more dates that we can go back to where we can help staff, but our main focus on our first visit was for residents, and a big reason for that is touch deprivation. Elderly, especially whether you're widowed, widower. There's not a lot of touch opportunities that happen with the elderly.
What are you talking about touch?
Touch as in, if you think about how many times you get a hug during the day, how many times you greet somebody and they just give you that warm embrace, or when you're going to bed at night, you snuggle with your loved one. There's a lot of people in the world that don't have those opportunities, especially, in a nursing home situation where there is no family coming to visit.
Golly, that's heartbreaking.
And so for human compassion and human nature, we're programmed to need touch several times a day. So.
And let me tell you something. It makes me I was telling Ellen last night, WW Fitz, Nick's 5-year-old, he and I are real close. And I held him yesterday, and I hugged him. I said, I will always love you. I said, you'll always be my grandson, but I will always love you. But that hug I got back was just, wow. A hug is not always just a hug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it can touch the soul. It can give you that just little bit of revitalization that you need in that day. And we get down to more of a body level. There's adrenal function that happens. There's dopamine that happens. There's just those feel-good serotonin receptors that go off, and all of these things are a big component of massage as well, because your touch receptors of your skin, it does so much, even like the warm feeling of a sweater on your body gives you that feel-good feeling.
Especially lately.
Yeah, especially lately, yeah. And so when we live in a world where it's in constant stress, where we're going to get our next paycheck from, I got to go to the grocery store, touch and massage go hand in hand with just giving the body that break, because we don't give ourselves that break very often. So
I'm going to go back to the person that's on a stroller, and a lot of folks are, or walker.
Walker, cane. We have a lot of compensatory patterns just from being on a cane, because a lot of people won't switch and use both. So.
Wow. See, these are things we may see every day. You see them in a different way. Now, it's kind of like with Anthony out here talking about gutters and, covers. I'll look at a house different now. I'll look at somebody with a cane, because being a volunteer at the hospital at Dr. Edwards.
Oh yeah,
so
I challenge you too. Like the next time you go in there, I bet you'll start noticing hands that are wrapped around the walkers that have just kind of become one with the walker. So. Yeah.
Wow. So sometimes it's just the little things that are huge. We'll be right back. Oh, the Mitchell House. Well, we were there Thursday night. It is all new and improved. And let me tell you something. It can hold some more folks in there. Now, I'm not talking about the Mitchell House itself. I'm talking about the addition to the Mitchell House. Both of them are absolutely gorgeous. Now, one of them's been there since 1835, and the other's been there since 2025. Well, they're both lovely. If you want to have an event there, go to MitchellHouseEvents.com today. Benton Clearing and Grading is Cody and LD Benton, and they got your job in sight. Moving dirt is a clean job to them. Clearing a lot for your home or business is what they do, and they do it right. Call LD or Cody today at 256-397-2531 or 397-2532 for a quote today. I promise you, they'll do the job right. That's Benton Clearing and Grading.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center provides optimum care for the whole person. Dr. Dimo Popov specializes in the prevention and diagnosis of high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetes, and acute and chronic conditions. Our weight loss clinic offers lipo shots and a guide to healthy weight loss. Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center, where lifestyle changes are made.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World. '25 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
Thunderbolt Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's Highway 49 South in Dadeville. 256-825-4827. If we can show you a video right now. Yep. Come on back in here and join us. Destiny Goebel out here with Integrative Massage. Scott Blake, co-host out here today. He probably won't be back tomorrow, but he's out here today. So shortly, I've just
fired me already.
That's what I was like, what? I thought
First-
we were behaving.
First and last. Let's show the video. I think it's something you and Ryan have worked up, so we'll turn it over to Mr. Ryan Fuller right now. Self-love starts as soon as you call. That makes so much sense, 'cause especially what you and we've been talking about right now. I want to go to the feet right now. Yeah, and why I say that, a lot of folks, maybe they walk, they run, they're on their feet all day. That's the kind of people you're looking to help.
Yeah, and the feet are probably the most neglected area of our body. You know, we put them through all kinds of, paces all day long, and it's usually the last thing that gets worked on.
Why? Why is that, I wonder? Is that our fault?
I think it's just like everything else. We take things for granted. As long as they're working, we don't give them any more thought. So, but most people remark that their feet are their favorite part, unless they're ticklish. But we have ways to work around them being ticklish. If you just grab them real tight, they can't do anything.
How about children? How about children?
We actually, that's one of the services that we just debuted we've always worked on children. I work on children as young as like 6, 7, depending on the child. But
I'm sorry, what are you working on? What with a 6 or 7-year-old?
My biggest goal, I would say, is for children not to wait until they're in their 30s and 40s to know that it's okay that they can care for themselves and take part in self-care.
Explain that a little bit more, self-care.
Self-care is about taking time to slow down and to not just be in the rat race every single day and let that be your main focus. A lot of people only go to the doctor when they've let something go, well past what it should have been. And that's the same with our mental health. That's the same with getting sick. We never take time to slow down. And coming from a generation, we had a farm, we had animals, we had, my first job was at 14 and I was working 30, 35 hours a week. And so on a farm and with a regular traditional job. So I never was able to be afforded the thought of self-care or that you could slow down and think about yourself. It was always about somebody else, the next thing that needed to happen. So it wasn't until I was in my 30s that I learned what self-care was and that you can take care of yourself, and it's not this guilty pleasure that you should be ashamed of when you take care of yourself, or even when you take a few minutes just to get a pedicure or a manicure. Everybody has self-care in different ways, but even sitting still in a hammock or in the swing in the yard, like I always felt guilty because I'm not doing my chores, or I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. So with these Mommy and Me services that we have, even with, working on children independently, my big goal is for them to know what self-love and self-care is before it's, they're in their 30s. I want them to know that it's not shameful to take care of themselves.
I look at a child, I'll go back to using my grandson again, a little boy that's just rambunctious. He's all over the place. I mean, that's just what you just got to let them be little boys.
Yes, you do. And we force kids in a box so much. You got to sit still. You got to behave. You got to do this. I mean, there is a time and a place, and I'm no way warranting that kids need to be spoiled and pampered just because they're kids. It all has a time and a place, but kids need to be afforded a place to where they can just sit and be, especially when it comes to academics and school. And, we have so many kids that come home dysregulated because they've been forced to sit in a desk all day. And then I see 2 kids right now that come home complete monsters after school because they have no outlet. They've been stifled all day long. And so we've worked together. I have a therapist here in town that I try to work and refer with. And so we just come up with little things that we can do together as parents. Like if a kid comes home dysregulated, let him go. And I do this with my son. It's like, go and take to the bed. Just go get under the covers, scream if you need to, get it all out, and then you come out. But when you
does it work?
It does, and when you afford him that little bit of time, he's like, oh, I feel so much better,
Even parents need that screaming time.
And we do.
So back to that self-care, so it's okay, I don't have to feel guilty laying in my recliner and relaxing for an hour or so on Sunday afternoon.
You really shouldn't, especially if you've done all your other parts.
It's okay to not,
I just
don't let him get by with it, Cindy.
Yeah.
but I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, if we're working hard in so many other places, we need to be able to afford ourselves those few moments to not feel guilty. I mean, because we have to show up for so many other people, so many other places. A lot of people have kids that are in 3 and 4 different sports, and you're going to end up burning out if you don't take time for yourself. So with going back to the kids service and the Mommy and Me service that we've started, it just gives parents and their kids a place to bond and just not have all the outside noise. Because if you watch, especially in Walmart, or if you're out in public, even at the doctor's office, and you have kids and parents all sitting there together, you've got a kid on a device, you've got a parent on a device, and very rarely do they ever interact with each other.
What do you say to them? I mean, how do you deal with that? I know what you're saying.
I use opportunities like this. I use opportunities, when parents come in and they talk about, God, my kid was a monster yesterday, or my kid was a monster getting on the bus, and I have different tools that's worked in my life and with my kids, and we've built a better connection when I just implement some of these things, like taking to the bed. And I've had days where I've had horrible times, and me and my son and daughter will all take to the bed. So, it's just that 15 minutes of just.
Where are they, Dad? They ain't there screaming. Let them go. They'll be all right. But really, it's okay.
It is okay. It is okay. It's okay to be human. It's okay to lose it every now and then, but maybe you'll lose it a little less if you take care of yourself and give yourself a moment of grace.
Do you think exercise is good?
I think it is. Yeah. I mean, because we live sedentary lives so much, and we need movement. Everything down to our blood flow, to circulation, even our fascia layers, it all needs that movement. And so.
I guess because, I love getting out and walking. That's just something I enjoy doing. A lot of times you don't think you got health issues. You don't think that you're worrying, and sometimes you are, and you don't even realize that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because we've kind of trained ourselves to turn it all off. It's like, shut up, body. Like, we just got to get through to Friday.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're turning into creatures that can just immediately turn off, what's bothering us. If we have a pain, we just turn it off.
Creature, are you a worrier or not?
Sometimes, yeah. I don't let anybody know I'm worrying. But
Yeah.
But worrying can turn into tension headaches. It can turn into shoulder aches. It can, mid-back, because we're just, braced all the time. High blood pressure goes up. There's so many different things that.
I know I'm jumping around right now. I think about dental hygienists. I think about you talk about. We don't really think about the positions they're in all day long. But
because a lot of times they're up like this, so their shoulders are real high. They've got a little turtleneck going on.
Yeah. So is that tension here? Is that tension up here? Is that tension?
It's tension everywhere, because we're training the muscles instead of being their typical length. We're training them to be short. So then when you take that breath at the end of the day, a lot of times shoulders can't come down.
But here again, it's one of those guests we have out here. There's not near enough time to say what we want to say. We'll be right back, and we'll wrap
for the whole hour.
In 2025, we're hammering down high prices at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. New GMC Sierra 4x4 crew cabs, discounted up to $12,000 off. GMC Terrain with a roomy cabin and pro safety, discounted up to $7,000 off. Enjoy the new year with no payments for 120 days. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Carlisle Heating and Air says it's tune-up time for your HVAC system. Having your unit tuned up increases energy efficiency and can reduce the wear and tear on your unit. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019 for a price. Serving the Lake Martin area, Alexander City, Dadeville, Jackson Gap, and Goodwater. Don't get hot, be cool. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019. Don't get hot, be cool.
Wintertime in the South is mild compared to other parts of the country, but we still tend to be less active and spend more time indoors. Show your heart some love this winter by getting it checked out at the UAB Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sublett, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/heartrussell.
Hey, we're Kevin and Courtney Hall. I'm a lifelong member of First Baptist Dadeville. My wife joined me after we got married. We really enjoyed First Baptist because it is a biblical congregation and very community-minded. Come join us.
Cloud9 is a lifestyle boutique downtown Alexander City. We're right on Main Street next to Carlisle's, and we're open from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. We offer a variety of items ranging from ladies' clothing from size extra small to 2XL. We have baby clothes including newborn gifts. We have wedding registries and the beloved Diva Wash. If you know, you know. Follow us on social media and come see us today on Main Street.
Discover great deals on Kawasaki motorcycles, watercraft, side-by-sides, and more. Save big on championship-proving KX motorcycles. Get a great deal on iconic Kawasaki jet ski personal watercraft, or take advantage of big adventure for less with savings on our rugged Terex side-by-sides. There's no better time to save on our exciting lineup of Kawasaki vehicles. Visit Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard today, or see all the Kawasaki products at adamsmotorsports.com, where your pleasure is our business.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
I'm gonna let this young lady wrap it up for us. Destiny, you still got some things?
Yeah, and I always appreciate the platform that you give me to be able to get some of these issues out there in the open. And I do want to make sure that we understand that we want to hear about businesses that are doing a good job for the community. We want to be able to thank those businesses. You know, if they've done a good job for you, if they're doing a good thing within the community, we want to be able to put those in the front light and be able to bring a massage chair and give them thanks. One little local business, it's not really a business, but it's a lady named Laura Lacey that's doing a lot of great things right now. She has the prom pop-up shop. And so people can donate their prom dresses to her, and she takes them to the local schools here, and girls have the opportunity to try dresses on, pick dresses out. You know, these are a lot of situations where girls probably wouldn't have a prom dress if it wasn't for this little endeavor that she has. Yes, say yes to the dress. So it's the prom pop-up shop. So if you have any dresses that you'd like to donate, you know, dresses that are too small, reach out to me and I'll get you in touch with Laura Lacey, so that way we can get more dresses in the hands of some of these girls that need them.
You know, there's plenty of them out there.
Hanging up in closets, not doing anything. You know, let's get them out. Let's get some girls that need some dresses.
Worn one time, but just a little bit.
We donated about 6 dresses several months ago, and I met Laura. She's like, I said, I need to get these to you this afternoon. She goes, where are you? I said, well, I'm headed over to the funeral home. I had to go to the visitation. So we met in the funeral home parking lot, and I gave her dresses. I gave her dresses.
Whatever it takes. Thanks for coming out here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And if you'll join us one more, let's try one more day.
One more day.
One more day. Tune in in the morning.
I'm on
I think
probation.
you'll make it.
I'm on the, yeah.
One more day, and that's all I'm gonna say. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right.